finally handed the gun to the officer and told him to wait until there was an explosion before firing so that he could hide his position, then began to observe the Germans. The officer picked up his rifle and began to take aim, but the Germans across the street kept moving. He turned his head to the recruit beside him, his glasses blurred by sweat and blood, and the crowds had begun to shower, showing only their heads, a difficult target to aim at. The recruit saw the officer's dilemma and asked the officer for his rifle. Just as the recruit was adjusting his position, a jeep vehicle arrived, bringing 3 more German soldiers with it. The pressure on the recruit is mounting because he only has 5 bullets. There were 5 enemies, and he needed to get every shot right. At this point, the officer is accidentally spotted by the Germans, and he hastily hides. Suddenly, an explosion goes off, and the recruit doesn't hesitate to shoot and kill the bald officer. The other Germans did not notice. Then he skillfully loaded his gun and took aim. The crowd was looking up. The alert crowds realized something was wrong and rushed to the ground. At that moment, he immediately fired a 3rd shot. The crowd who was lying down tried to throw a grenade, and he raised his hand and fired again. The last crowd saw it and ran towards the wall. The recruit stood up and raised his gun to take aim. All 5 bullets hit their targets. The officer beside him looked at him in disbelief. This Soviet ace sniper was real. Do you know how many enemies he killed in the Second World War? The Soviet officer lay in the pile of dead men with a leg covering his face. The Germans fired wildly at the Soviet soldier's body to make sure no one was left alive. Fortunately, the officer dodged all the bullets. After the Germans retreated, he was nervous and vomited. He carefully crawled out of the pile of bodies. That's when he noticed 2 Germans in a building across the street. He pulled a rifle from the bodies and adjusted his breathing. He was about to pull the trigger when a voice suddenly came from beside him. The recruit told him that firing randomly would reveal their position. The officer looked at him and pulled the trigger anyway. But there were no bullets in the gun, and he couldn't stop his hand from trembling as he tried to pull the bolt. At that moment, the new recruit crawled over, took the gun in his hand, and skillfully pulled the bolt. Pressing the only 5 bullets left into the chamber, he finally handed the gun to the officer and told him to wait until there was an explosion before firing so that he could hide his position, then began to observe the Germans. The officer picked up his rifle and began to take aim, but the Germans across the street kept moving. He turned his head to the recruit beside him, his glasses blurred by sweat and blood, and the crowds had begun to shower, showing only their heads, a difficult target to aim at. The recruit saw the officer's dilemma and asked the officer for his rifle. Just as the recruit was adjusting his position, a jeep vehicle arrived, bringing 3 more German soldiers with it. The pressure on the recruit is mounting because he only has 5 bullets. There were 5 enemies, and he needed to get every shot right. At this point, the officer is accidentally spotted by the Germans, and he hastily hides. Suddenly, an explosion goes off, and the recruit doesn't hesitate to shoot and kill the bald officer. The other Germans did not notice. Then he skillfully loaded his gun and took aim. The crowd was looking up. The alert crowds realized something was wrong and rushed to the ground. At that moment, he immediately fired a 3rd shot. The crowd who was lying down tried to throw a grenade, and he raised his hand and fired again. The last crowd saw it and ran towards the wall. The recruit stood up and raised his gun to take aim. All 5 bullets hit their targets. The officer beside him looked at him in disbelief. This Soviet ace sniper was real. Do you know how many enemies he killed in the Second World War? The Soviet officer lay in the pile of dead men with a leg covering his face. The Germans fired wildly at the Soviet soldier's body to make sure no one was left alive. Fortunately, the officer dodged all the bullets. After the Germans retreated, he was nervous and vomited. He carefully crawled out of the pile of bodies. That's when he noticed 2 Germans in a building across the street. He pulled a rifle from the bodies and adjusted his breathing. He was about to pull the trigger when a voice suddenly came from beside him. The recruit told him that firing randomly would reveal their position. The officer looked at him and pulled the trigger anyway. But there were no bullets in the gun, and he couldn't stop his hand from trembling as he tried to pull the bolt. At that moment, the new recruit crawled over, took the gun in his hand, and skillfully pulled the bolt. Pressing the only 5 bullets left into the chamber, he finally handed the gun to the officer and told him to wait until there was an explosion before firing so that he could hide his position, then began to observe the Germans. The officer picked up his rifle and began to take aim, but the Germans across the street kept moving. He turned his head to the recruit beside him, his glasses blurred by sweat and blood, and the crowds had begun to shower, showing only their heads, a difficult target to aim at. The recruit saw the officer's dilemma and asked the officer for his rifle. Just as the recruit was adjusting his position, a jeep vehicle arrived, bringing 3 more German soldiers with it. The pressure on the recruit is mounting because he only has 5 bullets. There were 5 enemies, and he needed to get every shot right. At this point, the officer is accidentally spotted by the Germans, and he hastily hides. Suddenly, an explosion goes off, and the recruit doesn't hesitate to shoot and kill the bald officer. The other Germans did not notice. Then he skillfully loaded his gun and took aim. The crowd was looking up. The alert crowds realized something was wrong and rushed to the ground. At that moment, he immediately fired a 3rd shot. The crowd who was lying down tried to throw a grenade, and he raised his hand and fired again. The last crowd saw it and ran towards the wall. The recruit stood up and raised his gun to take aim. All 5 bullets hit their targets. The officer beside him looked at him in disbelief. This Soviet ace sniper was real. Do you know how many enemies he killed in the Second World War? The Soviet officer lay in the pile of dead men with a leg covering his face. The Germans fired wildly at the Soviet soldier's body to make sure no one was left alive. Fortunately, the officer dodged all the bullets. After the Germans retreated, he was nervous and vomited.
It is time. Why are we doing... Fix? Thank you. Jesus. What it is, y'all. I do exist. I do indeed exist for the most part. Why is there audio playing? Has that been playing the whole damn time? There's a random YouTube video playing behind my music and I didn't even notice. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway. Oh, don't you start this crap. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Everything's just going to be like just like the south side of functional. What it is, y'all, how you guys doing tonight? It's like everything's working, but just slightly less working than would be desirable. That's the goal tonight. Scratching off an Xbox gift card right now. Nice. Tyree, what it is, Mike? How you doing tonight? All right, I am going to do something real quick here. I might get a little quieter, but it shouldn't disrupt us too much. But I notice I'm peaking, so I'm doing a little modification of our microphone here. Gonna buy more rival stuff? Oh my god. Yep. Man, I can't say anything because instead of spending money on video games, I've been spending money on Pokemon cards. But in fairness, what's wound up happening is my whole family's gotten into it. Well, okay, my wife's been into it forever. I'm getting into it, but my 5-year-old's really loving it. So it's become like a big family activity. It's been a ton of fun. So that's basically that. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and let me know how you guys feel about it. I've more or less lost the drive to log into the game. I do most of the time, but like between Saturday and Sunday, like that reset period, I didn't log in. Completely forgot to. It's really sad because the game is so dry. There's nothing going on. They could have at least left. I miss days. Yeah. They could have at least left like an event running or something for us to do. But I finished Uncharted. I mean, I guess we could. I haven't done any videos on Uncharted. I feel it's kind of a moot point right now. I've done Abyssal. How many Abyssals do we have left to do to get all the monthly rewards? One thing I should probably do. Okay, so I have 6 Abyssals to do in 3 days. That's not too bad. I am going to try to get all the monthly rewards, but I also need to buy all the Saw F4. Oh, what did you think? No spoilers. No spoilers, but I saw it yesterday too. Actually deleted the game months ago. Aww. Oh, you're all good, man. We will have stories. So, Tyree, if you haven't been here in a while, basically what's going to happen is once the game closes, we're going to go full indie mode. What I'm going to do, basically, first things first, we're going to play through the 2 console games that released. I'm going to replay Dawnfall on the hardest setting. We're going to play Infinite Combat, but I've heard that's actually pretty bad. Actually, I found a physical copy of Infinite Combat today, and I might break down and buy it soon. But I own it, whatever. But then after that, we're just going to go full on into just indie games. It was thankfully a good... Yeah. I didn't see Thunderbolts, unfortunately, and the worst part is I love the Thunderbolts team. Okay, let me rephrase that. I love the Thunderbolts team from, what was it, 20... God, it was Marvel Now, the Marvel Now Thunderbolts team. Loved that team. Oh my god, that team is so good. I understand why they did this team, but to me, that's a whole different team. How was your day? Busy, but we're good. With the exception of Shia Ball instead of Nornrad. I appreciated it, and I'll be honest, the way they introduced her, I was disappointed they didn't sandbag that. I understand it would have been a very difficult thing to do, but holy crap, with the way she was introduced in the movie, they literally could have just, if they somehow could have hidden all of that or faked us out or had like a bunch of like set pictures of someone dressed as Norrin Rad and dropped her as the Silver Surfer like at random, I would have absolutely lost my mind. Her introduction was amazing. Yeah, exactly. Thunderbolt Ross team. I love that team. But I get it. That it's a bit early for that team. But we have all the characters for it. For the most part. There's one semi-exception that's out there somewhere that we just have to get. But that would be, I mean, that movie would be, oh my god. If they do anything, if they want to continue on without rebooting after Secret Wars, that's a movie they could do it with. That's what I'm saying. We have those characters. But, you know, like I said, I understand it's too early. I get that, but I would love to see it. All right. Boop, boop. I saw the request here. Let me put it up there. Also, if you guys... Boop, there we go.
The father. The baby is...
Already heard that? Yeah, I heard they're rebooting. I mean, but it makes sense. It's a complete reset of the universe. It's 100% complete reset of the universe. And it makes a lot of sense. Got to go in a minute, by the way. You're all good, man. You're all good. I get it. I enjoyed it too. I very, very much enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a really great take on that story, or on that story. Enough throwbacks from like the original comics with some modern additions. I adored it. I thought it was great. Wet beverage for stream. I'm on the last like couple of scoops of my MomoCon powdered beverage thing. But I'm also very tired. I've been working out in the yard all day. I went this morning to go mow the lawn, and my lawnmower was out of gas. This is okay. It is what it is. So I had to go down to the store and get gas, whatever, get home. And I pulled the lawnmower out, and it won't start. It won't crank at all. So then I had to do some troubleshooting, found out it was the battery, took the battery over, had to get the battery charged. Then I did some work around the house, had to go pick up the battery. By that point, it's 3 in the afternoon. It is like the heat of the day. Like, it is as hot as it's going to get. And my dumbass is out there trying to fucking mow the lawn. Before I go, did you see the thing about the T app? I was collecting... Wait, for nefarious purposes, got hacked? Wait, what? I have not seen that. A T app? What about a T app? I'm confused by a T app. How about what? Let's close that down. Let's move this over yonder. There we go. Oh, really? Interesting. I had not heard about that. That's interesting. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, more like a spill the tea app. Got it. Bet. Some dudes deserve it. I'm going to be that guy. I'm 100% going to be that dude. Some of those motherfuckers 100% deserve it. Yeah, the game's shutting down. We have about 2 months left. 2 months and 2 days, actually. The second anniversary event will be the final event in the game. And what's going to happen is at the end of all this, the Japanese version of the game is going to be an offline client. So you'll still be able to play it like locally on your phone. You'll be able to have all the stories and all that stuff. But the English version is gone. Just completely gone. John, I thought I answered your question. I said it's one of the powdered energy drink things. 'Cause I'm absolutely exhausted. Think like your Toad style women. Wait, what? Oh. Got it. Got it. Still. Yeah. You're all good, man. Because I immediately used it as an excuse to gripe about my day. I'm going to go ahead and auto run one of these real quick. Because I need to do 6 more of these before the thing. And I need some Valis. I need some major Valis. But, yeah. They're getting sued? Yup. I mean, if they outed a bunch of people, yeah, that's a thing. But it's not the first time that's happened. It won't be the last. And invasion of privacy is an invasion of privacy at some point. But yeah, talking about the game shutting down. Yeah, we're about 2 months and 2 days outside of the game shutting down. But I'm excited about. I'm actually legitimately, completely excited for the new story event. Can't just maliciously collect and dox people's info. I mean, you can, but you probably will get sued for it. But yeah, I mean, actions have consequences. Oh shit. But yeah, that's I mean, but once again, it sounds like one of those revenge sites. So they were doing that internet justice thing. It's just it comes with a potential cost. It's a big thing. Make ABC and CNN. What? Interesting. I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about it, but then again, I don't watch mainstream news sources. Actually, right now, all things considered, I do try to avoid a lot of the news just because it's all royally messed up. Oh, I was really excited. So I've been doing like a lot of the card stuff on my Pokemon channel. Also, if you guys saw my video that I dropped earlier today on that channel, Spectre made a guest appearance in so many ways to word it. But I have been finding a lot of the old Danmachi Vice card holders, and I'm going to order a bunch of them. I found some of the Winnie card holders. They're like $4. All the Hesky ones are expensive as sin. Found a Ryu set that was massively expensive, but I'm hunting those down now. I'm super hunting them down. And I'm trying to find the last card show I went to. There was someone that had a bunch of the Vice cards, but she didn't have any of the Danmachi set. But the funny part was she actually knew what I was talking about. And she's like, "You collect that?" And I was like, "Yes." Just talking about using the same data collection for other sites. Wait, what? Really? I mean, once again, that information's out there. Information's 100% out there. Yeah, that's... I'm not like super cautious about it because I'm just like whatever, it is what it is. If it's happened before with me, if somebody wants the information, it's not that hard to come by. But I don't on it like some people just give it away, and I'm like no. Like there's a big time YouTube creator that I follow who legit for like a handful of his videos, he just had his whole ass address. And this dude's got millions of subscribers. Just his whole ass address chilling. Like on the side of his house. And I'm like, why would you do this? And inevitably the dude got stalked. And it's like, well, of course that's going to fucking happen. But yeah, it's so... People got no fucking chill. You just can't trust folks out there with your information. The dating app was for tens of thousands. No way they all... possibly. Oh, man, I know a lot of dudes. I know a lot of dudes who are, like, fairly stand up IRL, but once you get around women, they're just total trash. It's sad. I don't know, man. Tens of thousands, and yet we have 300 million people in this country. It's ultimately a fairly low percentage. I'm gonna be that person, given the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe they were total trash. It is what it is. There's a reason these dudes were getting doxxed. They've done something to piss somebody off. Now, I'm sure, I don't doubt for a moment that there's one or two like innocent people in there, but it sucks. I feel for those guys, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, the only true answer there is, and I have no room to talk here. Just, I don't know, be decent to people. I have a habit of having a very short fuse with motherfuckers, but like for the most part, just treat people decently. Hey, what it is, man? How you doing tonight? That was it's sorting itself out. I mean, fair. I don't know, man. It's I find it very hard to feel bad for somebody that got put on a list like that, because I'm like, that you did something to piss somebody off. But then again, I've done plenty of things to piss people off too. So, it is what it is, man. The hacker was the one who exposed it before it went somewhere. Oh, really? So the hacker was like reverse hacking. Well, that's weird. I don't know. I have to look into that. That's so the hacker was the one that basically discovered what they were doing. That's odd, but I mean, it's what they do. It be what it be. The hacker was the good guy. I mean, I've known a lot of people that were hackers, like legitimate hackers. Most of the time, they do what they do for like relatively noble purposes. They do illicit things for, but less for jollies, more for a reason. Next stream, we'll be streaming on Tuesday. We'll be streaming on the Pokemon channel on Tuesday. And in all likelihood, Yoko and I are going to be doing a bunch more raids and stuff. Maybe I want to do some Union Circle, but raids were really popular last week, so we'll probably be doing a lot more of that. I never heard the numbers, but I would imagine we've hit 1 million. I just don't know for sure. Let's run another one of these suckers. I got a minimum run 2 of these a day, so. Plus, we're accruing a decent amount of Valis every time we do it. Yeah. I've known some dudes that did. So, I've known a bunch of dudes that did some of that hacking bullshit, and it's like 90% of the time they're doing it for a reason. Sometimes those reasons are a little bit like, okay, dude, are you sure this is what you want to go to jail for? It is this the thing that is worth, 10 to 20? But sometimes you go, okay, yeah, I got you. Bet I understand where you're coming from. I ain't gonna fucking, I'm not bailing you out, but you do you. You changed the subject. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Fantastic Four is great. If you guys haven't seen Fantastic Four, if you guys are, honestly, I'm gonna put it, I think it was good enough to be like Phase 3 level. So here's my theory. God, I don't know if it's a spoiler. I'll just say this. Now, Beerus, you and I know things that happen in the comics. And that mid-credit scene tells me, especially considering when we know they're coming back, their next appearance, it suggests to me that we're not going to get Owen Reese. I don't think Owen Reese is going to be a thing. I think they're going to replace Owen Reese with somebody else, especially considering they already introduced the idea of the hunger. So here's the thing. The writing on this movie, the thing I don't think people have given credit to is how well written this movie is. Because they introduced the entire backstory of the Fantastic Four, and they showed it, but in about 2 minutes. Because we all know the story. We've seen the movies, we've seen the cartoon show, we know the comics. Everybody knows the Fantastic Four. And if you don't, you've been living under a flippin' rock. But the fact they were able to incorporate their whole backstory into like a 2-minute segment, perfect. That's all we need. The rest of the movie is the movie. Then Galactus alludes to his backstory as Gallon, and all that happens in about a sentence, maybe 2 or 3 sentences. Then they introduce what's going to happen at the end of this timeline. And Shalabal gets all of her backstory in about a minute of screen time, and the rest of it's just plot. I was like, this is great. There's going to be a video with Reed soon. Wait, what? I'm wondering if Straight Outta Latveria is actually... Yeah. We'll see. I doubt it, but it would be great. It would be fantastic. Yeah. Love the movie. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be that person. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it again. My wife didn't get a chance to see it. I actually went and saw it with Omni, and we had a great time. Both of us absolutely loved it. But next week, when the kids go back to school, I've got a few passes to go see him. To go get a free movie because I had a really bad experience in not the movie. I actually really enjoyed the Captain America movie. Thought it was fun. It was everything I wanted it to be. Wasn't groundbreaking, but it definitely wasn't bad. But when I was in the movie theater, there were a bunch of assholes playing TikTok videos like in the row in front of me, and I had to move several times to get the fuck away from them. And the theater gave me 2 free tickets, so when the kids go back to school, the wife's going to take them the morning off, and we're going to go see it again. Oh. That means that as well as been RDJ. What? No. No. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, it would be a great publicity stunt if they did something with those two, but I don't think so. Yeah. Just spitballing. I mean, so here's the thing. They could do something with all of that, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But appreciate you, man. Have a great night. Appreciate you dropping in. We'll be back here on Wednesday, but you can always drop in the Pokemon channel and shoot the breeze, man. That's all we do. So, yeah, streams go. Streams are us just playing a game and then just shooting the breeze. That's literally all we do. So, that's what I think is going to be really fun when we actually transition into indie games. Nothing is going to really change aside from what we're playing. Yep. Beers, have a great night, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Fantastic Four movie, I'd recommend it. I would highly recommend it. Now, what's really interesting to me is as a parent, there's portions of that movie that means something that wouldn't have meant anything like prior to. But still, I think it's a fantastic film. Just very much enjoyed it. And I have not been this excited about a Marvel product short of Deadpool, but I'm a straight up Deadpool fan. Have been for 20 some odd years. That mess ain't gonna change. But yeah. Probably since last product I liked this much was probably Phase 3. Short of that. Boom. You know what I haven't checked? I haven't checked Amori's Twitter lately to see if he's been posting anything. I saw a little something the other day, but it didn't look terribly. I know he's posting a lot of Wisteria stuff. I think we're getting ready. Oh, speak of the holy crap. Speaking of which, what is this? The cover for volume 32. Wait, what? Oh, it looks like the manga is catching up with the light novels. That's what that is. What the fuck happened? Why is she inspecting the floor? How did that go horribly wrong? Well, that is a thing. Let's see. I said Amori mostly has been posting Wisteria stuff, so I get the feeling that is getting ready to pop off. Oh, I love this. I don't know if y'all saw it. I'll hold up the thing. Maybe I'll pull up on stream. But he posted a picture of like basically Will and Belle fighting, which I thought was pretty sick. Is that an animatic of Wisteria? Oh, a bunch of animatics from Wisteria. Oh, snap. Yeah. He's really hyping up that property at the moment. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Collaboration manga between... Wait. A rare crossover featuring highly popular characters, both series such as... Why is Hestia there? So I guess there's some kind of crossover manga with a bunch of characters that's... Hestia's going to be a part of? That's weird. It doesn't mention Danmachi in here at all. That's really weird. Huh. But yeah, 90% of this is Wistoria. Now, for one, I love Wistoria. I'm really enjoying that story. Oh, if you insist. There you go. We really do need to take a night off and do a viewing party of that show in the Discord one night. Because, oh my god. Oh my god. That show was... That show happened in a really specific part of human history where that kind of, like, that level of joke would be widely acceptable. It will never, ever be able to happen again. I'm sure at some point they're going to strike it from, like, the record. Is what worth a watch. Drawn together? Oh, hell yes. Oh, my God. It is the hands down most offensive show way beyond South Park. Like, way beyond South Park. It is. But it is, I mean, side-splittingly funny. Now, some of the references might be a little dated, because it is a 20-year-old show. Let's see, that show came out in... What year did that come out? I want to say 2003, 4? It's old as hell. 2004. Yeah. It came out in 2004. Even some of the episodes at the time were hard to, like, release. But, dear God. I mean, it is an absolute riot. Vic and I played, well, Vic actually played, because he owns the DVDs. But we sat down one night in the Discord, like, several years ago. And we played, like, I think the first 2 or 3 episodes. And the few people that were there absolutely just lost their minds. Completely lost their minds. You could tell a couple people were not comfortable with some of the jokes. And like I said, some of them are very, very dated. I mean, the show is 21 years old at this point. But if you want to talk about something that will absolutely make you just... They will find something to offend the shit out of you. And then they'll push that to the point where you can no longer help it, but it's going to be funny. It's just, you have to, like, your whole coping mechanism is find humor in this. And it is wonderful. Boom. We really should do a viewing party one night. Boom, boom, boom. Well, the good news is with the kids going back to school next week, then these nights of them staying up till 9, 10 p.m. are no longer going to be a thing. Oh, come on. Why so many ads? Boom. Oh, that's a fun little topic of conversation. I was talking with Omni yesterday. Because we were obviously at the movie theater. And he's getting a new phone. And Yoko and I were talking because he just got a new phone. Yeah, they go back at the beginning of August. They get 2 months. That's why when I told y'all, like, my whole thing was I want to make sure they have a really fun summer. Because I know so many kids that are having the lamest summer ever. Both parents work, they got to stay at home, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's cost me some of my content creation time, but at the same rate, we go out, we do things. Once a week, I've been taking the kids to that indoor playground place. That's fucking awesome. And afterwards, we meet up with the wife, and we go out for donuts. We play at an arcade. Like, it is a whole day of just fun. Kids were September to June back in the day. We were too. I think we were like beginning of September to like the end of May. We had 3 solid months off. They give them 2 months now. So maybe they can catch up with some anime. Probably. One of the things that I've been talking about it a lot lately, you've noticed that content has slowed down on the channel. And that is strategic. I have been out of my mind trying to get 2 to 3 videos a day on this channel for the last few years. Last year, when both of my kids were in school, it was a lot easier because I had the whole morning hours where I could just do content. It was really nice to have. Whatever, Bob. But I don't have a lot of personal time. And so what's going to happen here, guys, is I'm going to like kind of reel back a little bit on the amount of content that I'm pushing out. This channel is going to go to 3 to 5 videos a week, probably 5 to start off with, because I've got some of the archive content that's going to have to still go out after the game shuts down. I have a lot of it that's recorded. I just don't have it edited. In fact, I have it on me. It's upstairs, but I just bought a new external drive to do the archive with. So we've got all that, and that's its own like whole debacle. But I want to go back and I want to reread all the novels. Oh, just got home? Oh. Well, welcome back. I guess it's like, what, 9 your time? It's not too late. My ass is over here like, what the fuck you doing getting home at midnight on a Sunday? Man, it's a weeknight. More or less. Yeah. But anyway, so more to the point, when the kids are back in school, there's no more like staying up till 9 or all that. It's like strict, like it's 8, you're in bed. Go to sleep. Shut up. You can't read? You know I can't read. Not much. Just got home. That's fairly self-explanatory. Unless you're talking about my watch. Listen, I got that John Cena special. Prayer. That the John Cena Rolex. Oh man, we really do not have anything to do in the game right now. It's so sad. So 6,300 in score attack. I bet I can improve this score. Let's see. Screw it. Let's do that. Let's see if we can improve on this score. Man, who should we... I don't even know who I'd put on here. hand out a bunch of Sealess. They did. Think they should have marathon. They should have marathon run the events. I mean, right now it's so damn dry. Like, they absolutely should have done something. Game is like the friggin' Sahara at the moment. I think she's the one that, yeah, she's the one that actually came out with him. Then I'll do Lunar. Well, actually, fuck off. I've lost Loki. Where the hell did Loki go? There she is. Bam. I'll see if Leafy can handle this. I don't know if she can. We might have to run Lunar. Actually, I probably should swap Lunar and Bell, if I'm honest. Which is sad, but it is what it is. Let's do that. Let's swap him for Lunar. Where's the Bob Alert? That's a good question. The Bob Alert is right here. Been running Growth Arena and some MSS. I haven't done any MSS. I've gotten... The problem with MSS right now is it's just all bots. It takes forever to connect, and then you're just... It's just bots after bots. Alright, so let's see here. 30% earth damage. Not on your end? I mean, I can try to run one. That's all I've run into, though, lately. You auto-run MSS? Are you serious right now? Dude. What the hell? There we go. And then I just give her a magic increase. There we go. And we'll do that. Why not? Because I'm sure if anybody's going to get rocked, she'll get rocked. I have never auto-run MSS. I couldn't even imagine auto-running MSS. That just sounds like blasphemy. We could try an auto-run. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to actually auto-run this sucker. Yeah. And, yep. Bam. Followed by... I'm just floored that you're doing that. That seems so wrong. Water damage increase, followed by... Let's see. There we go. Alright. Give her that. give her. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Ooh, actually, I'm going to swap those. Bam. Bob, I just find that astounding. It seems so wrong, but I mean, I guess if it's working for you, it's working for you. Yeah, whatever. He's just here to get his ult. He doesn't really need a whole heck of a lot. I'm not going to overthink his kit. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. All right. I can do an auto run on OSS. I just don't know how well it'll work. It seems just so wrong to do that. I will, however, auto run this because at some point they're just going to start spamming attacks. And it is worth it at some point. Dude, I find that it's hilarious to me because I genuinely used to enjoy MSS. Boom. If I could skip growths, I would. Oh my god. Bob's a lazier player than I am. Boom. I haven't done growth quests either in a good minute. I mean, at some point, it just went once the EOS was hit. I was just like, man, all right, we're switching modes here. The priority definitely fell down quite a few steps. Boom. They give ability board mats. Fair. I'll stream the anniversary stories. You guys have mentioned that you want to see them streamed. We will absolutely stream them. Now, I'm going to record them too for posterity, but we can definitely stream them. It'll be a lot of fun. So I think funny enough, the anniversary actually kicks off on Wednesday, so it'll probably happen while we're live, which would be really fun. So we'll probably do an extra long stream Wednesday. I got to see how things pan out because I do have stuff to do on Thursday. So if everything goes according to plan, Thursday will probably start earlier, stream later. I say Thursday. Wednesday. We'll start earlier, stream later. But yeah, you guys have mentioned that before. We'll 100% react to them live. That'll be a lot of fun. Was the same with Danmemo? What was the same with Danmemo? I'll be honest, the EOS for Danmemo hit me a lot differently than this EOS did. I don't know if it's just like been there, done that. You know, like we've been around the block with this, we know how this works. Or if it's just, I don't know, after that big like dry spell in the spring, and then the announcement and all that. I'm just kind of numb to it. Boom. The only downside here is with the auto and Leafia, she's not going to charge that attack. But so far, so good. It doesn't seem like she's needed to. It does. The game we had better... Wait, what? Bob, what are you talking about? Without Spectre, the game was less fun. I 100% I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Oh, most new stories went live during your stream. Yeah, that was kind of initially. I don't remember why we started Wednesdays. I think I honestly started Wednesdays because we were doing like the wood plow joke. You know, and it was always the joke of, oh, this is my waifu game. But yeah, like usually Wednesdays were like the big day for danmachi or for Danmemo. Damn, this is taking for because they're spamming alts. This like 2-minute fight is taking like 10 minutes. $30 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna pull. It's already been a few seconds. I'm gonna pull the clock up here and keep an eye on that. So. 20 seconds. And it has been the better part of a minute. We were streaming back for Blood with Spectre and John on Tuesdays. Yeah. Yep. Them were the days. Yeah, so far that 30-second stretch has spanned about a minute and a half plus. Get him! Ooh, just missed. All right, let's see what's our score. That's not a record. That's significantly worse. Man. That is some bullshit. Wait, was that the electric fight and I did the earth theme on the electric fight? Was that the electric fight the whole damn time? I clicked the wrong. Wow, that is very special. All right, Bob, just for you, I will auto run MSS and see what's up. I don't know how successful this is going to be. Excuse me, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did say I was out all day today, so I am. It's catching up with, even with my like caffeinated energy shit. It's actually catching up with me shockingly fast. Bob, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It be what it be, man. All right, time for the 30-minute wait for a team. Only for it to throw me in a group of all bots. There we go. Unless you fall asleep before you turn on auto, you'll be fine. I might. A nap sounds really good right now. Not gonna lie. There we go. Oh, she's not collecting any of the stones. She flat didn't collect all the stones. Well, Star, have a great night, Mike. Appreciate you dropping in. Oh my god. So she just like legit left a whole shitload of stones over there. Unloved. Unclaimed. Oh my god. This is a train wreck. I mean, it's working, but... Damn. Yeah, I know, right? Thanos disapproves. Thanos would never. Belle, where are you going? Why are we doing the dumb? Why are you doing the dumb? What the fuck was that, Bob? You should auto run it. It'll be fine. Do this a few hundred times. Oh my god. This is so bad. Why is the game trying to just end it? The game's autorun is stupid. That is so stupid. Why did it just... It left all the stones out there just chilling, and then decided to just go for a jog in the death zone. Why? Oh my god. Bob, that was atrocious. You won, congrats. Yay! I won against a bunch of bots. That is so bad. Alright, I'm going to go back over to your score attack and try to run this with the correct team on the correct event. So look, ma, no hands. That's my response to that. Dear God, why? Oh, damn it, it's too early to be this tired. And I'm all out of wake-up juice. Is this your auto mode here? Just take a detour around. Don't. Yeah, exactly. Says Bob, just auto run it. You'll be fine. You auto run it. You'll be fine. Literally was not fine. So miserable. Now, auto mode in this one, actually, funny enough, is faster than I am. I haven't been able to pull off a better score than auto mode, at least in these. The dude was burning fields of death. You're not wrong. It literally was. It was all red and like, do not touch. And auto mode's like, ooh, pretty. Stupid auto mode. Boom. Go, girl. And for a 10-minute long, 2-minute fight. Just all the cutscenes. She has this beautiful AoE blast attack, and she uses it on the singular unit instead of the two. Of course. You complain for... Touche, Bob. Touche. Yeah. My auto run wanted to inspect the floor. We're doing that Goblin Slayer crossover again. The auto mode was the best content. You said that about me getting absolutely taken apart by Steven and Yoko last night. Oh my god. Shut up. For those that don't know, on Saturday nights we stream Repo over on Twitch. Funny enough, I'm probably going to wind up moving those streams to this channel very soon. Might even start this week. I haven't decided yet, but very likely. But yeah, we've been doing that, and it is a ton of fun. But our team is terrible at co-op. We are toxic. We are horrible. Yeah, we'll wind up multi-streaming. Problem is Twitch has really bad discoverability. It's already have the community over here, and we're going to be switching to indie games anyway. It makes sense. It just seems like a logical thing. So, unfortunately, that does mean Twitch might become... I don't know. I'll probably still multi-stream on Twitch, but I don't think Twitch is ever going to, again, be my solo endeavor. Bob, no. What are you talking about? No. Now, I definitely would like to play Exterminator again sometime. We just got to work that into the schedule. But, you know, once again, if people want to see that, it's what people want to see. We'll discuss it. There we go. Yeah. Absolutely, my guy. Absolutely. Once again, I built this system. I built a gaming machine to do gaming, so it'd be really nice to do more gaming. Not that this isn't gaming, but this isn't exactly. We're not stressing my my 40 series graphics card. Now the 60 series is coming out, which is insanely hilarious. I would like to invest in the 60 series. The benchmarks on that look really good. Had to read Bob's message a few times. Tyree, it's a very old joke. Going back to the Spectre days. If you know, you know. Get a stress tested with my Dokkan account. First of all, rude. Just throwing the. Just first of all, rude. That's first. 15 seconds. Let's see what we get here. Bam. 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 There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. I knew we weren't gonna get away with without another cutscene. All right. What is the number this time? That feels very low. I clicked on the right one. Didn't I? Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Wait. Do we get the same? I keep forgetting that when it says Earth, it means you're fighting Earth units. I'm so confused. Yep, another me senior moment. That's so crazy. I'm shocked. Shocked. But it is what it is, I guess. Exactly. Perzactly. Let's see. There. Do I have? I think I fed all my bonds in. Yeah. It's really unfortunate. I kind of wish we could have gotten all. I could have gotten all the time limited units, but now we're just not going to get another opportunity, which sucks. Hot take: the banner they drop for the final one, where it's like come in every day and drop. That should include everybody, whether they're time limited, Festa, anything. That should include everybody, but I know it's not going to. Which sucks. Super sucks. Yeah, I just don't have enough maxed out units either, is the sad reality. So, I don't know, guys. It is what it is. I'm genuinely going to miss the game. But there is aspects of this game that I think are a cautionary tale. Just 100% should be said, like, don't do this shit. It's incredibly dumb. It'll F up your game. Just don't do it. But they're clearly going to do it. Not right now, William. I don't actually. I'm still up, but not for much longer. I'm actually ready to call it. I am exhausted. Didn't think I was, but apparently I am. So, as I finished my bottle of urine. Of course, for your urine's that color, you need to go see a doctor, I guess. Where's the boulder alert? Right here. No? No? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. There you go. Oh man, I love that. I really do love that. I had a ton of fun making that alert. I won't lie. Back to last week's question: do you want to try some bug killer this week? I gotta see, man. Next, so this coming week, there's a lot going on. We have the raids, we've got all that stuff. I don't think we're gonna have the opportunity to. Next Saturday, I have another Pokemon card event, So I'm going to be getting home like super late. It's just the schedule, man. It sucks, but the schedule has been disallowing it. But once again, I keep hoping that when the kids go back to school, the schedule gets back normal. It gives me more time to do stuff during the day. Not correct. It's all good, man. It's all good. I get it. You work for a very, very long time. And the memberships were busted for a good minute, so don't worry about it. You're all good. I ain't worried about that. How's the weather been? Hot as fuck. Today, so I was telling you guys today, this morning, I went out to get the lawn mowed. My lawnmower was out of gas. Then I found out the battery was dead. I didn't get to mow the lawn until it was 3. And I want to say it was like 98 degrees with like 70% humidity. It was, well, the humidity wasn't the worst, but it was awful. The worst part is not necessarily the heat or any of that shit. We have these spiders. They're called Joro spiders. They're actually not even native to the area. They came over here in like container ships and just took over. And they're everywhere. They're all over my trees at the moment. And they're just building webs everywhere. So I'm driving. Actually, I bit hilariously on the back of my neck. I was driving along on the mower. Because I've got a riding mower. Because I've got 2 acres of lands. And it takes about 8 hours to do it by hand. I'm riding along in the mower, and like I go through this huge web, and it was, just awful. Just getting that web stuck, and their web is like really thick and like stretchy, so you get it all over you. It just feels worse than any other web, any other spider web. And then as I'm like brushing it off, getting it off, I feel the spider literally bit me on the back of the frickin' neck. Now, thankfully, they're not really like. I mean, they're venomous. All spiders are venomous. But they're not, like, hazardous to humans. They're just, it leaves a little bite mark, and it feels really bad. But, like, pieces of shit. Little piece of shit fucking critters. And they're just everywhere. Where's the event? What event? Second anniversary will be here on Wednesday. Question mark? I think it's Wednesday. Oh no, I didn't buy enough to max this out. Well. Oh no. The thorax? No. Oh, the card event. There's a place in Atlanta called Cards HQ, and they host a huge trading event. I actually have my laptop upstairs, and tomorrow I'm going to be hopefully finishing up the edits on the 2 shows that I went to this month. But it's a once-a-month deal, and it is a lot of fun. It's a big trading event, and so that's what I do is I go there and I trade. And I'm currently trying to get PSA 10s in my set so that more or less I can hawk them and get more of the set. No, Bob. No. Absolutely not. But it's going to be fun. Last month, so the event starts at like 4 p.m. It runs till 9 p.m. But last month, they kicked us out, and I was still doing deals as we left the building. It was very lucrative for me. I want to say I think I spent $200, and I walked away with something I want to say like not quite 4, maybe like $300 worth of merch. So it was pretty lucrative. The downside is that's all at like the wildly inflated values that are currently in the market, but it is what it is. I'm hoping those hold out a little bit longer so I can do some flips, but yeah, that'd be a tick. But anyway, guys, it is 12:30, half past midnight, essentially. I am absolutely losing it. I am exhausted. I'm falling asleep in my chair, so I need to go get a good night's rest up for tomorrow. Tomorrow we do not have any stream, but I am going to upload some more of the archive, I think. Plus, like I said, the Pokemon, if those of you guys that are interested in that stuff, the big card event, I'm going to try to get that uploaded tomorrow, hopefully. So tomorrow's a fairly big day. Plus, like I said, it's the last week before the kids go back to school, so we've got like teacher meets and all that crap going on like all week long. So it's gonna be a busy day. I'm sure tomorrow's gonna be fairly busy in the morning, so I do need to get some rest. But genuinely appreciate you guys coming out. Always a lot of fun. We will, like I said, once the kids are back at school, things are a little more buttoned down. So we'll have a more rigid schedule than we've had all summer long. We should be able to go back to doing 9 on Wednesdays and 10 on Sundays. It won't be as crazy. Because I won't be running around nearly as much. But the big thing with Wednesdays is last Wednesday I'm not even joking. Toon got onto me. I legit sat down here. I had the stream set up. I had it ready to go. I'm so glad I didn't actually press the stream button because holy crap. I'm not even joking. I'd messaged Toon and messaged someone else that we were, I was doing a collab with. And then I just sit back and I just go like this. I go, and I was done. That's it. Like in that second, I went out. I was done for the night. It's so embarrassing, but it is what it is. Hold up, why did it not go?
I'm pregnant.
There you go.
You're the father.
There we go.
The baby is spiders. Thousands of spiders.
Bob, I don't even think I DM'd you. I DM'd Toon because we were talking about something with his internet. But yeah, like it was. I'm just telling you, I wish it went like this. I was like I already know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna sit down at my computer for just like 30 seconds, and I'm gonna crash out in my chair for a couple of hours. But I am legitimately gonna go, basically, plant my ass on the sofa. Bob, I actually showcased one of the Pokemon he gave me in today's episode. So, yeah. Spooner stays with us forever. Forever and ever. Miss that guy. Anyway. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will catch you guys around here real soon. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I think I'll put it to a vote, but would you guys mind if we moved the Friday and Saturday streams onto this channel? It was not a jinx. It was not a jinx. But I do have a couple of Pokemon that are fitting him. So, yeah. But I might do that just because they're indie games, just to get the ball rolling on like the transition. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. Plus, I think you guys, some of those that aren't following us over to Twitch would genuinely enjoy the chaos. Oh, it is crazy. So probably have to start doing that. Anyway, guys, I will catch y'all on the next one. Have a great night. Y'all take it easy. And I'll see you all. If I don't see you on Tuesday, I'll see you on Wednesday. Later. Your show, damn right. Have a great night, man.